1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 7 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Monday morning. You know, we live in a community where a lot of good people get together quite frequently to do a lot of good things for a lot of other good people. And you know what I always say? I hope we're not unique. I hope that there are a gazillion other little towns like Ocala that have a 10 gazillion other people doing the same kinds of things. But I don't know that for a fact. I just know here in Ocala we do this. Karla Grimsley has been a friend of ours, a friend of the station, a friend of this show for a long time. She is on her way here. She's on the phone in her vehicle. She is the CEO of Interfaith Emergency Services, and they have something coming up called the Florida Feast. It's a fundraising event. It'll be on Thursday, October 22nd at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion, and the proceeds will benefit the following agencies: the Interfaith Emergency Services, the ARC Marion, which is the Advocacy Resource Center, by the way. I always forget because I know they changed ARC. It used to be the Association for Retarded Citizens, and then the word retarded became politically insensitive or something like that, right? So, and that's a good thing. So it's Advocacy Resource Center. The Marion Therapeutic Writing Association also benefits, and Arnett House, another group of people we're always love to brag about. Good morning, Karla. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
Good. Where are you right now?
I am on 200.
You're making me. Just be careful. You can drive and talk. Is no problem.
I can do that.
Okay. Well, thank you. Can I ask you a real quick question, unrelated to this? How much damage happened to the Interfaith office with that? Remember last week or so there was a car that crashed into it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Actually, it was our thrift store, and that's on North Pine Street. And the purpose of the thrift store is to create revenue for us to buy prescription medications for people that can't afford to pay for their scripts. And so it crashed into the back of our property and into our storage area. So basically we lost all of our inventory that was stocked up and waiting to go into the store. Thank God our store was saved. The Marion Fire Rescue, or Ocala Fire Rescue, did a great job and stopped the fire before it damaged the main part of the store. So we've been able to actually open and operate. We just don't have the storage, and we have inventory. So.
Oh wow! And you had that smell of smoke everywhere?
Actually, it didn't. It was in the store for a day or two, but the merchandise in the store is fine. It was just kind of in the air, I think, from when we opened the doors. But the merchandise in the store is perfectly fine. There's just everything out in the barn, and our storage back in the back was lost, and we of course have to tear that down and rebuild, which is going to be a little bit. But we've been given 2 semi-trailers donated to us by wonderful people in our community who have stepped up, and now we have a place to store new donations. So we are accepting donations. We're taking them in our warehouse at 435 Northwest 2nd Street, and we're also accepting them on a limited basis at our thrift store.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad everybody was okay. God watches over you.
Yes, He does.
Even in situations like that. So tell me the relationship between what you're doing at the Florida Feast and the Marion County Road Builders Association.
Well, the road builders, they actually have their own foundation that they raise money for, and they help. They do scholarships, and they expanded their goodwill and just started helping other organizations like ours and ARC. And they have this event once a year, and the blessing to us is that they host it. They do all the behind-the-scenes legwork to get it set up, to get the food, to get the entertainment, and they basically just give us a platform to sell table sponsorships so that we can make money that way, sell tickets, to have a silent auction, and just have a really good time. So it's just their way of giving back to the community while they're trying to support their own cause.
Okay, so the October 22nd, that would be like 2 weeks from this Thursday, right? Does that sound right?
Yes. And last year we sold out. We had more people show up than we had food. So this year they only printed a certain number of tickets, and when those are sold, it is cut off. So we're not going to sell tickets at the door. So it's really important, if this is an event you want to go to to purchase your tickets beforehand.
Oh, okay. So give us an idea of what to expect if we show up at the event. Obviously, sponsorships are being requested right now.
Yeah, we're looking for table sponsors. It's $500 to sponsor a table. You're going to get 10 tickets to invite your friends, and then your name or your business name will go on the table and also go in the program, so you get some advertising.
And this is such a huge endeavor because you are raising money for the aforementioned 4 organizations. So this is one of the times that the community really comes together to support everybody under one roof.
Yes, absolutely, and it is a really good time. It's just when you come, you're going to get to eat some food that you don't normally get, like frog legs and gator tail, but there will also be some fried turkey and I think there's some venison and some regular food, chicken and stuff for people that don't like those specialties. And then there's live music, there's great silent auction items, but it's really just a good time to see friends. I mean, it was so fun last year walking around. Just watching Ocala be Ocala and friends, reconnecting and visiting and catching up with one another. It's just a good time. And like I said, you can't go wrong because you buy a ticket, you're going to help these organizations.
Karla, let's take a little break, and we'll be back in about, it looks like a 3-minute break. So if you're pulling into the parking lot, we'll be able to speak to you during the break, by the way. But
okay.
Are you almost here?
I'm in the parking lot.
You're in the parking lot. All right, we'll go to the break right now then, and then when we come back, you'll be in the studio. Karla Grimsley on the phone. You're going to be in the studio in just a little bit. We'll be right back with Karla after the break. This is WOCA.
To you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident for today. Times of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm around, especially during the afternoon hours along the coast. The high today 81 to 85. And partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower along the coast overnight. Low 66 inland, 72 at the beaches. For tomorrow, partly sunny with a couple of showers and thunderstorms in the area, mainly during the afternoon hours inland. The high tomorrow 80 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood, and when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then, I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on weed control for an overall aesthetic appearance. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440 or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440.
There's a car accident in this country every 5 seconds. That's why Allstate thinks it's time for an entirely different kind of car insurance, with features like accident forgiveness and a safe driving bonus. It's called Your Choice Auto, and it's only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
You deserve better. Sign up for Your Choice Auto from Allstate. Call the McDonald Agency today at 622-2333.
Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance, Northbrook, Illinois.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
WOCA.
AM 1370.
96.3. 96.3.
We are The Source, WOCA.
Yes, we are. 18 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Karla Grimsley is in the studio. She was on the phone the first half of this interview, and now she's in the studio because she went to the old studio in the Cascades, which we've been out there for 2 years now. I think it's been 2 years. And Karla is on the air with us this morning in the studio to talk about the Florida Feast, which is 2 weeks from this Thursday at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. We've talked about sponsorships. We haven't actually talked about ticket prices, so we want to make sure we do that, and then find out a little bit more about the 4 organizations that will benefit from the money that is raised from this fun feast. Sounds like a fun opportunity. And fall is a good time to eat, isn't it? I don't know why. I just want to eat in the fall. So good morning, Karla.
Good morning.
In person. Where's your microphone? Which microphone are you on?
She's on this one.
Okay. So what is it, $25 a person?
Yeah, it's $25 per ticket.
And what is it, a show and a dinner?
No, well, there's a live band.
Live band?
And they're really good.
And who are they? Do we know the name?
You know what? I can't think of the name.
Okay.
But I think they're getting the same band because they've had different bands. Some years they have DJs. Last year they had a band, though, and I wish I could remember them because they were really good. But the same band's going to be back this year, from what I've been told.
Okay, so you're eating. Are any speakers, any awards being given out?
No. Again, you show up and just have a good time.
Just eat.
The silent auction, though, I want to encourage everybody to check it out. I know we have got.
Oh yeah, tell me some of the items that you're selling.
Oh my gosh, we've got wine baskets with spa treatments in them. We've got trips to the beach, weekend trips to the beach. We've got 2 kayaks, brand new kayaks.
Oh wow!
Matching.
I've always wanted a kayak.
Yeah, so come and bid on it. You might get a good deal. So there's some really good trips. We typically have some Disney passes and things like that.
Disney's a popular one. So do you need anything? Do you need any more donations for the auction?
Absolutely, yeah. And people tend to really love spa treatments, anything for the ladies to get their hair, nails, or massage.
Right.
Those are always wonderful. If anybody wants to toss them our way, I'll bid on them.
Oh, really? Well, Robin knows a lady here in the mall that she'll talk to, right?
Yeah.
She might want to participate in that.
Yeah, but we have that going on, and there, and of course, all 4 agencies will have the option to have silent auction items, and then the road builders, they have some door prizes as well that you can buy tickets to be in a drawing for.
Wow,
so.
Well, good for you. I mean, so many people coming together for a great cause.
It is.
So if we were to sponsor a table, you said it's $500 for 10 tickets, and to sponsor the event is $1,000?
Yes, you had to be an event sponsor.
And what does that get you besides the tickets and the table?
Well, that actually gets your name on every table and gets you a special recognition in the program.
Oh, okay.
And so it's just a little step up to give you a little more.
You've been doing this for a long time as far as working with Interfaith, right?
Yeah, well, I'm in my 5th year.
Feels
like longer.
Are we doing better? Are we helping out the people who need help better than we once were?
I think we are. I know that at Interfaith, we use this program called HMIS, which is Homeless Management Information System. It was created by HUD to track homeless people, but the communities that use it have expanded it to track all the services we provide. And there's over 40 agencies now locally that use that. I know we do, Salvation Army does, St. Teresa's down in Bellevue does. There's just a lot of strong agencies that use it. And what that allows us to do is to see who we're helping, see how often they're coming for help, and to keep people from getting help multiple times. If we haven't served other people,
I see what you're saying.
We will ask
double
them to
dipping.
wait. Yeah. So and that helps us all manage our resources better. So if they go to Salvation Army this morning and get groceries, and then come to Interfaith in the afternoon for groceries, we're going to say, we're sorry, but can you come back in a couple weeks because we're going to use the groceries today for somebody who hasn't gotten them yet.
Uh-huh.
And does
that ever happen where somebody shows up and you're out, you can't help them?
Oh no, it hasn't happened yet. We had since I've been at Interfaith, I think 3 years ago, it would have been probably the year that Mike Amston stepped up and helped us. We had to close for one afternoon. It was one Friday we ran out of food, and it was really hard to turn people away for that weekend. But since then, we have not had that. The community's been great to do food drives, which I'll mention right now. We are in need of food drives. It's getting that season where we are low, and we are going to need all the help we can get to get through the holidays. So if anyone wants to schedule a food drive, they can give me a call or give my assistant Sonia a call.
What about shoes and other things like that?
We need that to restock our thrift store. So right now, I feel like we just have our arms wide open.
Because I know some things you can take that are used, but you really can't take used shoes. Who told me that? I can't remember.
We do take used
you
shoes.
You do take
yeah,
okay.
For and a lot of them are like new. I mean, a lot of people get shoes and they wear them once and they're not comfortable, or they get them for one outfit, and pass those on. And of course, we want everything gently used. We don't want things that are worn out, because we don't want to pass things on to people that you wouldn't wear yourself. So sometimes we'll get clothes that are ripped or stained, and we kind of shake our heads. But most of the donations we get are like new. So gently used shoes we'll take, because there's a lot of people that without us wouldn't have a pair of shoes.
And you did years ago, you had just a drive for shoes. I know Larry and I bought a few pair, and we went over there, and there were so many people that were waiting on the shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was really amazing.
Yeah, because when we get clothes, part of them go to our free clothing boutique where people can come in and shop for free, no charge. And they get, for a lot of our homeless population, that is their source of clothing and shoes.
Wow.
And then too, just a lot of people that are, we have a lot of people living in poverty in our community, and without, places like Interfaith and Salvation Army, Brothers Keepers to help, I don't know what they would do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have people living on site there, too.
Yes, we do.
For Interfaith, because I know the church that I go to, St. John Lutheran Church, we sign up every month. There's a different committee that signs up every month, and then we actually physically go there and prepare the meals and serve the clients that you have there.
That's such a blessing. Thank you for doing that.
You have a call out to the community. Anybody that wants to sponsor an evening meal, they should call you then.
Oh, absolutely. We have a calendar, so getting on that calendar, it makes me feel good that there's so many people that want to do it, because we very seldom have people fall off the calendar, but typically we might have one night that's available if somebody wants to adopt it. And it's the same group or the same church every month that sponsors a particular night.
The other three organizations, ARC, the Marion Therapeutic Writing Association, and Arnett House, we're familiar with all four of you guys. I mean, intimately, it feels like. And I'm guessing most of the community is also. But at the risk of somebody not knowing, I mean, you've done a really good job explaining what Interfaith does, and where you. Well, we'll give out the wheres and the websites in just a bit, but give us a little rundown on the other three. We'll start with ARC, I guess.
Yeah, ARC, and that's an organization that's near and dear to my heart. Also, I started out my career as a special ed teacher, and I taught mentally handicapped.
Is that right? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And so I have a real soft spot in my heart for ARC and what they do, because that's what they do. They serve the population that cannot serve itself. It's those that have disabilities that are intellectual in nature.
Sure.
And they need help. They're going to always need help.
Troy Strader is the head guy over there now,
and they do a great job. And unfortunately, they're.
You ever want to see a rock and roll blues motorcycle guy cry?
Troy.
Get Troy to talk about the clients that he cares so much about. He's such a tough guy.
Yeah.
But he will. He will.
Well, those clients are pretty special.
Sure. Yeah.
But and so that's a great organization to help. And then Arnett House is another organization near and dear to my heart. After I left the education field, I worked for the Guardian Ad Litem program, advocating for abused children.
You were born to do this.
And Arnett House, they take care of those kids. They help those teenagers that are basically orphans. Nobody else wants to take them or can't take care of them.
Right,
and a lot of them have been traumatized. A lot of them have been through some really hard things in life. So they offer therapy and counseling, and they just do.
And the young people live there.
Right.
I don't know how long. we went there. We did some Christmas stuff. You know, we do music, and so I don't think I was in the hall, but a man goes into the female hall, and they go, "Man in the hall, man in the hall."
No, you were pretty much right there. With me, we didn't venture out.
No, we had our little spot where we played music.
It's a great, and what they do for kids is just wonderful. They're a real blessing in our community. And then the Writing Association, of course, kind of touches all those. You know, they do therapeutic writing for handicap, for people who've been traumatized, and you know.
What I love about what they do is that I don't understand how it works.
Yeah.
Because if somebody was to say to me that riding a horse can be therapeutic emotionally, psychologically, physically, I would say, how? But and I don't know how. Even if you were to explain it to me, I don't know that I would understand it. But the fact is that it does.
Right.
We've heard from so many people.
They've
Who's
had
the lady?
a lot of success.
I don't know if she's with this organization, but Betty.
Betty Gray.
Betty Gray. Yeah, and she's her little daughter. And it's just amazing to me how it actually makes a difference. Maybe I should ride a horse. Maybe I could get some therapeutic. I should get some benefit from riding a horse, right? Well, it is really 4 examples of the great people in our community and how we all have done whatever we can do to help. And those of us who are not, like we're with a profit business, which is a radio station, and everything else we do. So those are the rest of us that make money. We can contribute a little bit, go to a dinner and something like that, and help you guys that are in the nonprofit sector. Do what you do.
And
that's how we all work together.
Yeah, and that's the only way that we can exist. Those of us, you know, in this field, where we don't make money on anyone, so we rely on these donations and people supporting events, and we're just blessed to be in Ocala, where people.
We're blessed to have you in Ocala.
Well, thank you.
So if you want to help, the one thing you can do is just go have dinner and have a good time. That's pretty simple, right?
Yep. And to get your ticket, though, you're going to need to buy it from one of these agencies, and I'm going to, of course, ask you to buy it from Interfaith.
Okay.
But I won't be mad if you buy it from another one of these organizations. But if you want a ticket, you can go online to Interfaith's website, which is iesmarion.org, and that's I for Interfaith, E Emergency, S Services, so iesmarion.org. You can go to that website and purchase a ticket, or you can call Sonia at 629-8868, and that is Interfaith's main number. Just ask for Sonia, and she will hook you up with some tickets, and she can probably even deliver them to you if you would like. Or if you see me out and about, I've got them on me. So
Robin will make sure this gets on Facebook, and we'll continue to promote it. Karla, you look great. Thank you so much for coming in here.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. South Carolina officials asking for water donations for Columbia area residents after days of flooding. Chris John